What's up, you guys? It's your boy Miguel here to give you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we are covering CEs. So, for those who are not familiar, CEs, continuing education. So, if you're watching this video, you are currently certified, and it's that time of the year. And maybe it's your first time, or you're just a student who's curious about how that works. So, if you're just an X-ray tech, we have a total of 24 CEs that are required to get every 2 years. Depending on the state you live in, I live in Texas, so I have to also check in every once in a while with the TMB, Texas Medical Board. And essentially with them, you're essentially just giving a little bit of money and saying, I will do my CEs with them, and making sure that you haven't committed any major crimes. Anything above a misdemeanor has to be reported. So that is where we sit at. Which, compared to a nurse, my lady's a nurse, their stuff is a little bit more different. They have, I feel like, more slack, because my lady's gotten some tickets before, and they made a follow within something like I would have to report, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna report that to my board. So depending on what you major in will kind of affect on even her CEs are way different, more easier, I would say, hers. You also have, even for our license as X-ray tech, every year you have to give the board some money and say, yes, I didn't break any laws, I'm a good citizen, and here's some money. Essentially, I think it's like $38, I forgot how much it is for like the yearly one, and then you have every 2 years for the 24 credits, and then every 10 years you have the big one, the binary CEs, the big one, which is essentially for the newer techs who haven't been in the game too long. We fall on this list because we weren't godfathered in. Essentially, you have to take, again, every 10 years, the big registry, and depending on what you miss is kind of what they kind of cater your CEs for the future. So, I mean, in school they made it seem like we were gonna have to retake the test, and if you didn't pass, well, then, it's a good 10 years. That's how it felt like until they explained it to us. So, but that's, I mean, as far as where you can do your CEs, here's the thing: school doesn't tell you. They're like, I just do your CEs. Here's what you could do: the ASR, I think it's called the ASRT, pay, I forgot how much, and we have some CEs, and then you can pay a little bit more to get the CEs, and we'll turn it in for you. You go through the main thing. If you want to be part of the club, go ahead. I mean, it comes with a bunch of information and benefits, I guess. Most people don't. As far as you just want to pay the money and get those done, you're paying a lot of money to get those done. There's other places that you can get it done. I mean, I personally do mine on eRad imaging. I think I'm paying $54 a month. No, $54 for the 2 years. Yeah, I think it's 2 years or a year. Can't remember. I just got it done the last year for my CEs, and essentially you're good. You can get a good amount of credits, because some websites make you pay for every single little credit thing, and then other places, they're unlimited credits, just do whatever you need to. And then you got to be careful, because And it makes no sense that this exists, but it does. Not all credits are created equally. Some credits are not being able to be used for the board. So imagine you do it and then you go turn it in, and then the board's like, I pick you, Miguel, to show me your credits, and then you whoop them out, and they're like, yeah, this don't count. You did the wrong one. So always be careful, because if you just type in CE Xray credits, everyone wants your money, and there's so many places, and you're like, where, who, what, and then you're confused and you don't know. So pay attention. I'm not here sponsoring anything. I'm just telling you to be careful, because there's so many things that you have to be careful. My advice to you, depending on where you are, if you're already certified, go to your veteran techs who's been at the hospital a long time. Ask your manager. Everyone, regardless on the position you are in the radiology world, has to do it. They have to do them somewhere. They have to get them somewhere. Go to them. If you don't trust me, I'm just a person on the internet, but I'm licensed too, so it's the same thing. But if you feel more comfortable going with your manager or your boss, you can go, because they also have to get credits regardless on how often, like, you have to get it done. All right? So there's that. And now, in a way, the way our system for credits and even for nursing works too, essentially there's a pool of everyone who's certified, and then the board's like, this one, this one, this one. Let me legit check your credits. Everyone else, you just turn it in. It's like turning in your homework, but then the teacher only picks a few of them to actually grade them. So technically speaking, hypothetically, I can't confirm nor deny this, what I'm about to say. You could technically, I guess if you forget, I've seen some people, you could say, hey, I did it. And then unless they pick you, you got 30 days to submit it. So if you're one of those people who forgets and you're still willing to gamble like that, go ahead. So there's that option, I guess, if you're willing to gamble like that. I wouldn't, because knowing me, they would pick me and they would legit check me. I mean, that's in my luck. And they do. My lady is a nurse. Her friends and family who are also nurses have been, the board, which is a different board, have been told, like, hey, let me check your credentials, and then they didn't do it, but they said they did, and they were rushing to the last minute to get it. So they do actually look into that. So, which, if you're like, what's the time frame, Miguel? If you just like speed run it and you're not actually learning technically, you could probably get it done 6 hours, maybe 8 hours, depending on if it's like one big exam to get all your credits, or it's multiple little quizzes to get exam credits. It's not too bad. I recently did mine like 6 months ago. There's some interesting topics, I ain't gonna lie, depending on your level of Sheldon or not. Some interesting topics. I've read some about physics. I've read some about like the future of Xray and some of the advancements, which is it was actually pretty interesting to see that there's people. And it's interesting that if you like check out who makes these, it's people who are higher rank in the radiology world with multiple credits, the multiple credentials. And it said you can fact check, and there's people from universities. There's some people from like colleges that I would have thought of going to that are making little papers and research. It's like more like a research paper type of CEs and some stuff like that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. If you're still here, I appreciate you as I lead you through the world of radiology, since I know many people don't cover a lot of topics. And yeah, see you on the next one.